Hello everyone, welcome to Skin School. I hope everyone is good and safe at home with their families, and I'm so happy to see you again. Or maybe you're new to Skin School, then welcome to Skin School. I know so many of you have been part of Skin School and have been listening in and learning and getting advice on how to treat their skin, but today I want to spice it up a little bit because we cannot always talk about the same thing. So today I want to have the focus a little bit on anti-aging, and I know so many of you out there, they just like interested in anti-aging and prevention and what can we do, and there's so many products out there. So what's actually really effective? When should we start? What makes sense? What's maybe too aggressive? What maybe can damage our skin? So we want to get a little clarity on what's anyway happening with our skin. And you know, aging actually starts when we are in puberty, and there's a gland which is called thymus. I don't even know if I say this correctly in English, thymus. And thymus is responsible for our growth hormones. And as soon as our thymus gets on half-time work, or basically it the thymus goes on half-time production, our growth hormones decline as well. And when the growth hormones decline, also our whole cell turnover declines, and it slows down. So that's really when the aging starts. And puberty we find is very early in our lives, and it's very surprising that the aging process starts right here. It doesn't really mean that we see immediately signs of aging. Basically, visible on our skin are the signs of aging when we're 25, around 25. What we recommend, from our team and our philosophy at Sturm, we always recommend starting with anti-aging and prevention when we're 18. But this is a whole meaning around that, and I want to explain this to you. Another thing which is really, really important, for kids, when you get born, it's really important how your parents treat your skin at that time. And if your parents use harsh ingredients on your skin, or fragrances, or bubble baths are obviously not the best things to treat your skin with. It's better to do milk baths. So my daughter Pepper is 5. She's asking for bubbles, and I just won't give it to her. So no bubbles for Pepper. But it's really important how you treat your skin when you're also like very young. And kids' skin needs to be protected absolutely from the sun, but also from harsh temperature and cold weather. And we need to have a strong lipid film on our kids' skin. So that's why I also created a whole line for baby and kids to make sure only the best and most valuable ingredients touch our kids' skin, and protect and soothe the skin, and really help to give valuable oils and valuable ingredients to a kid's skin. So what is aging anyway, and what is aging regarding our skin? And our skin has functions. I always tell that, and I want to repeat it quickly. Our skin is a protection tool. It's our biggest organ. It has functions, thermoregulation, a tool to not let harsh ingredients in, and be like strong, and keep things out of the skin, and also don't have things leave the skin. So therefore we have our skin barrier, and the skin barrier is basically dead skin cells, a hydrolipid film, and a microbiome, which is all very much in a system and in a balance. And it's absolutely necessary to have this in balance in order to keep all the functions of our skin intact. And the other things are, it's really important to have a hydrated skin and a good pH, which is slightly acidic on our skin, in order to keep the skin barrier functioning. So in this, what we definitely could do in order to keep our skin young, keep those skin functions as best as possible. That's the goal. And that's the goal with Sturm too. Our philosophy is basically keeping your cells the most vital, and the most working, and the best functioning, and the best, and the youngest, and the most healed, and the most, just the strongest, most powerful tools we have, which is true. Our cells are really the ones who should work as best as possible. So our skin functions, nevertheless, they are decreasing when we age. And this applies to skin barrier. Our skin barrier function decrease. Our epidermis thins out. Our elastin and collagen declines. And, you know, when our epidermis thins, it also means that our skin cells, you know, we always have a skin cycle in our skin every 28 days. And, you know, baby cells get born on the lower level and walk up to the top layer, and then they die and become dead skin cells, and then they flake off. And this process obviously is better when we're super young, and when we age, this process declines. The function of the cells are not that great, the quality of the cells are not that great. We don't have as many cells as when we are young. So that's all this declining. In general, you know, really, really important is to work with ingredient science on that, just because with ingredients we can really maintain our skin and cell functions. And another thing what happens when our skin ages is that our skin in itself becomes thinner. Fat tissue declines. We have a lot of gravity in our skin, a lot of mimic in our skin. Genetics obviously play a role. One really big important thing is the elastin and collagen declines. And very interesting in this regard is our vitamin D production. And vitamin D is super, super important for our collagen synthesis. And it's actually also the reason why collagen gets destroyed. So we need the sun for collagen synthesis, but also sun can destroy collagen. So we have to really figure out here what we do, because vitamin D is super, super, super important, not just for our collagen, but also for our immune system and our bones. So vitamin D cannot exclude ourselves completely from the sun and from the daylight. Yeah, I think that's really an important message. I think it's really to find the right balance, how to get enough sun to get our functions all working, but not have too much sun and to destroy our skin. And I know one of my stepdaughters, she is like, actually Charlie too, Charlie not that much, but Alexa is like in the sun in the summer, and she's lying there on this, you know, in the sun for hours and hours. She gets so tanned, and you know, every time I tell her, you know, this, you can do this right now, but you know, later you have a lot of sun damage, and you know, you think as a teenager nothing can ever happen to you. You know, later you think, oh, if I wouldn't have light and sun so much, this would have been better. You know, and maybe don't use tanning oil. Maybe you go for an SPF 50 instead. So really protect your skin from the sun, because the sun is really the most damaging and most aging aggressor out there. Yeah. So we have, of course, you know, the oil glands and the sweat glands. I took some notes there because there's so much. Oil glands and sweat glands, they decrease, and you might think that's great, but you know, we need sebum for lots of things as well, and to smooth the skin, also thermoregulation. And if those decline, our skin becomes more dry and more rough. So that's something we need to pay attention to. And one really, really, really important thing is lifestyle. You know, and the lifestyle can present a lot of damages. And as I just said, sun, smoking, alcohol, sitting in front of the computer all day, this presents all like really harmful aggressors to our skin. Smoking definitely is one of the biggest destroyer of our skin. And you know, with the computer, for example, the computer, the blue light coming from the phones actually is same aggressive like UVA and UVB combined. So if you think, you know, you can protect from the sun, and or you should protect from the sun, you also should maybe think of protecting from HEV light coming from the phones as well. And I actually created a product. It's called anti-pollution drops, and the damages coming from the phone light is so severe that it can really cause premature aging, but also hyperpigmentation. So basically, This is something, when you work a lot in front of the computer, which we all do right now, I want you guys to use the anti-pollution drops, which not only presents hydration because it's hyaluronic acid, and hyaluronic acid, as you all know and learned, is the white t-shirt of our skincare routine, and really supports deeper and more superficial hydration, and hydration is the key to healthy skin barrier function. And as we just learned, we can slow down the aging process by really supporting our skin barrier functions, and in general, all skin functions, yeah? So please use a hyaluronic serum every day, morning and night, in your skin routine, but also choose, for example, our anti-pollution drops, which present a shield. And we will talk a little bit more about ingredients in a bit, but it has, for example, like a certain cacao seed, which creates polyphenols, and these polyphenols create a shield on your skin to block out the HAV light. So this should be really part, especially right now, of your routine. And we live on our phones right now, and computers and screens. So that's really important. So lifestyle damages also, if you think about sleep, for example, I know when you're a teenager, you think you don't need any sleep and you do your homework. It's another one of my stepdaughters, Sienna. She does her homework basically at night. And then sometimes I think she doesn't get any sleep at all, because then she goes to school and she has sports all afternoon and evening. And then she comes back and she does homework all night. And basically, I feel like she never sleeps. And as a child, we think we can do all that out as a teenager. But sleep is really, really important to maintain repair mechanisms in our skin, rebuild telomeres and telomerase, and really to make sure that our body, our overall body, gets enough, cell functions rebuilt and repairing and rejuvenating throughout the night. So enough sleep is absolutely important. Another thing which really supports aging is stress. So any type of stress, and you know this expression from your parents, maybe, you cause so much stress to me, I get more gray hair now. So that really shows how stress is going together with aging, and stress releases a hormone called cortisol, and cortisol causes a lot of inflammation. Inflammation is something I talk about a lot as well. You all know that inflammation is basically what makes us age and getting sick as well. So inflammation we always have to look out for. And as for our skin, inflammation gets caused by harsh ingredients in skincare, but also by taking too hot showers, or sun, or pollution, HEV light. This all can cause inflammation in our skin and our bodies. So let's try to minimize those aggressors and get inflammation under control. So lifestyle is super important. Sugar, for example, if someone eats a lot of sugar, sugar metabolizes ingredients which glue your proteins and basically glue up and have an effect on your collagen and elastin, on your tissue, and that's really also giving some support for aging processes. So sugar is really one of the ingredients, or the things we should look out for. And I know it's not always easy to protect ourselves from having sweets or desserts or chocolate, but it's really important that we don't overload our bodies with sugars. Then there are lots of products out there like mayonnaise, and especially if people like to go to fast food chains, there's a lot of stuff in those in these foods which can present a big strain to your body. And what happens is that those ingredients cause a lot of oxidative stress. And oxidative stress, our body is used to it. Even if we breathe, we cause oxidative stress, but we have a lot of mechanisms in our body which can balance out this stress. Antioxidants, for example, in our food, vitamins can help to eliminate this oxidation in our system. And it shouldn't be overpowered. So there should be a nice balance in antioxidation and things which cause oxidation. So it's really important to have vitamins in our system. and it's important to not overload our system with you know, things which cause a lot of oxidative stress. By the way, the sun causes a lot of oxidation in our system, which also promotes aging and promotes the appearance of diseases. Okay, so let's not go to fast food chains anymore. I know this is what every teenager loves. I just want to give you some advice, and you know, it's with everything in moderation. I'm not telling you not to do anything, but we want to learn today about anti-aging and how to protect from aging. And those things, they really make us age premature and make us also sick. You know, lots of diseases get developed through those targets. So smoking, guys, and pay attention to this, causes an explosion of free radicals. Free radicals meaning oxidation. And you know, not just smoking, but also alcohol, trans fatty acids, fried food. I know, I mean, if we think back, that's, you know, fries and stuff is what kids eat, what teenagers love. You know, being on with alcohol is, you know, every party. It's what teenagers love. And I think this is something, you know, if we want to change a little bit our lifestyle and adapt our lifestyle, I think this could really help to prevent from aging. White bread, very, very bad. Let's source better, you know, ways of getting fed. And I know it's really hard. You know, I'm coming from Germany, where bread is the most amazing food, and bread gets baked with the most amazing ingredients. You can find super healthy bread. Here, it's really hard. You go in the supermarket and the ingredients in the bread are really, really bad. So maybe you want to go on a little research and find some really good bread in your area. That would be good. So 3 things to pay attention to in your lifestyle: no smoking, your diet, and an anti-inflammatory cosmetic. Using anti-inflammatory skincare are the best anti-aging tools you could have also in your teenage years. And I want to talk to you a little bit about ingredients in skincare, yeah, because you know, the big goal is to keep our cell functions the most vital as possible, and the most intact, and the most you know, looked after. And we can do this by using those ingredients in our skincare. Yeah. So number 1 rule: protection and no damage. So I say this a lot. No damage is the same important like like protection. So no damage means don't use ingredients which makes your skin become red, which burns on your skin, which just make you feel like, you know, it's not right, but you think, oh yeah, these are active ingredients, it has to burn, it has to become red or everything, because only then it's active. It's wrong. Your body has those you know, signal systems: redness, burning, pain, to prevent from causing damage to your skin. So skin barrier function are our number 1 thing to really pay attention to with your skin, and keep it absolutely working and intact. And we can do so by using good ingredients. Stay away from acid peels, stay away from glycolic retin-A, stay away from everything damaging your skin barrier, which could be presented by even washing your face with soap or bad alcohols, or taking too long, too hot showers, or, you know, even being in a pool with so much chlorine in for hours is not the best way of treating your skin. So if you go in the pool, go and take a shower right away and wash off the chlorine from your skin. There's something even called chlorine acne. And I experienced this actually. I had a time where I wanted to swim laps every morning. So I went every morning before going to the clinic, and I swim laps, and all of a sudden my skin became so bad, and I was like, okay, I cannot do this anymore. So I stopped, and it all cleared up again. But this is, chemicals can present this really damaging ingredients to your skin. So number one, we talked a lot about just now about free radicals and what ingredients in skincare can help with free radicals. There's one ingredient which is called CoQ10, which is amazing. Glutathione is the most powerful antioxidant, and glutathione actually is presented in our biofermented purslane. You know, I use purslane in all my products. Purslane is this absolute powerful herb. I don't know if you already noticed me talking about it, but purslane is you know, not just wound healing, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, soothing, and rich on vitamin A, C, E, rich on beta omega-3 fatty acids and beta carotene, but it's also really rich on a telomerase activator, which is super anti-aging, but also glutathione. Glutathione is something you should look out for. It's a very cutting edge ingredient, quite well discussed right now. It's one of the most you know, sufficient anti-aging tools. It's also in my skin food. Skin food has glutathione, but also in a higher concentration. Glutathione is in the super anti-aging serum, and can be used any age, and should be in your skincare routine. But it's also definitely presented through the purslane we use in every skincare product. So glutathione, amazing. Vitamin E. Vitamin E is actually a really great ingredient, not just as an antioxidant, but also it's actually a natural SPF. And the SPF is just 3, so it cannot be used as an SPF because it's obviously too little, but it's a very natural way of protecting your skin also from the sun. So the second thing, collagen support. Collagen support is done via vitamin D, but also vitamin C. And I want to say one thing to vitamin C here. Vitamin C is a really great antioxidant, should be in your diet, should be maybe in your supplement as well. In your skincare, it's really great, but it needs to be under 5%. So don't overuse vitamin C in high concentrations. There are lots of vitamin C serums out. Just make sure it's under 5%, because if it's above 5%, vitamin C can damage your skin barrier function. And we just said we don't want that, yeah? We want the benefits of vitamin C, but we don't want the damages from the vitamin C, okay? So watch out. Also, cotton thistle is an amazing ingredient. Cotton thistle, for example, is in our new night serum. Night serum, collagen support, pure cotton thistle extract, super nice in your evening routine, especially before going to sleep, going to bed early. It's nice to enhance repair mechanisms on your skin, super anti-aging, okay? So also exopolysaccharides are great. How to protect from blue light, I also already talked about it. This cocoa seed is amazing, you know, which is in our anti-pollution drops, polyphenols to block out AGV lights, to protect from the sun. Obviously SPF, super important. Use the sun drops when you go into the sun. Really important to have screen protection and sun protection. What ingredients are great for sufficient oil and hydration? Hydration and is important for skin barrier function, but also valuable oils, giving valuable oils for our hydrolipid film, super important for the skin in any type of age. It's really important to have valuable oils in your skin, skincare, but also very important for hydration, hyaluronic acid, urea, glycerine, aloe vera, for example, really nice and hydrating. So watch out for those ingredients. Hydration, really one of the biggest targets in my of my skincare line, because I find that there are no real products out there which can support hydration. I haven't found anything beside my products. That's why I'm so focusing on hydration. Hydration is really the key also in order to take on valuable oils, and hydration is the key to healthy, beautiful skin. You need to hydrate your skin no matter what. If you have oily skin, if you have dry skin, if you have combination skin, if you have acne skin, rosacea skin, name it, aging skin, hydration is really the key here. And never dry out your skin. If anybody tells you you need to dry out your acne, that is wrong, okay? hydration and sufficient oils, super important. What's good for being supportive with anti-inflammation and soothing your skin? I love panthenol, for example. Panthenol, you know, my parents, when I was young, and we got a sunburn, my parents had like a panthenol spray, and we had like this foamy panthenol on our skin, which soothed our sunburn right away. So panthenol is definitely in lots of my products. Balloon wine, Viper's Blue Gloss, these are products we use to soothe irritated skin and be anti-inflammatory. Obviously also our purslane. How do we protect and support skin barrier function? Obviously with hydration, but we use also Poria Cocos, also again in our night serum, cotton thistle, valuable oils, a really great product, great ingredients, actually also Edelweiss, which is in our ski cream, balloon wine, great ingredients to strengthen skin barrier function. Regeneration superheroes, for example, is vitamin B3, also called niacin, very good ingredient to promote regeneration. So purslane, again, it's really important that those herbs we are using are synthesized in a lab, because there's lots of also talk about organic ingredients, and I know this is also something teenagers pay attention to, because you know, we want to get clean products, organic products. Organic doesn't represent the strongest functioning tools, because basically organic means it's not synthesized in a lab and you just put the grass in a jar or in some oil. They mostly come in oils because you can't really present them in any different way, because they're not synthesized in a lab. And you know, synthesizing in a lab really means that we take the most value, the best things from this herb. It means that it's super safe and doesn't cause allergies or presents any viruses, because plants can actually present viruses as well. And it means that it's very reliable in concentration. So I wouldn't go for organic. I always would go for science, and but still using all these natural ingredients as I just told you about. But again, they need to be really formulated in the lab. And our purslane is biofermented, presents a lot of glutathione, which helps to protect the cells and protects for oxidation. Okay, so important sun protection, as I said. Our philosophy with Sturm to keep cell functions and skin barrier function intact: number one, hydration. Anti-inflammation, stay away from harsh, only gentle, love your skin, to telomerase activation, and be healing and calming. And I think that's something we should look out for in everything we do, lifestyle and skincare. Okay. I want to go with you through a few questions as well. I wrote down a few questions I thought could be interesting for anti-aging. So when should we start using anti-aging ingredients? I already said, you know, it's a good way, maybe starting with 18. Charlie, when did you start? Charlie, maybe you can come here and we can discuss your anti-aging routine, because Charlie obviously grew up in a skincare world and is very informed. When she was, how old were you? 5? When I started injecting injecting Botox, and then started injecting my friend Uli. And Charlie was there, and I put the first Botox needle into my friend Uli, and maybe you were 5. And I took the needle out, and Uli started bleeding, and Charlie screamed, "Blood alarm!" I know. So Charlie grew up around Botox and watching me injecting people with Botox and fillers, so it's very normal. Scary. So okay, it was scary, but you always like you know, ask me you know, when should we do anything. Obviously Charlie doesn't get any work done, because I also would never do this to her, although sometimes she's asking me when should I start. And actually the only thing we do on a regular basis her chewing muscle. And the chewing muscle, actually, it's basically
when you clench your teeth.
Yes, and it's really stress related. Yeah, stress related. So if you have a lot of anxiety, if you have a test in the morning or something, and you just get super nervous, and then, or you have a lot of stress right now. I think lots of people have lots of stress, and you grind your teeth and you basically break your teeth. It's the strongest muscle in our bodies with the biggest powers, and really can destroy our teeth. And Charlie has those two.
I grind my teeth at night, for instance, and then this muscle just really grows, and not only does it you know, make your face whiter, but it can also lead to migraines and headaches and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they just tighten your jaw.
You remember Greta had like the worst migraines, her friend, and she had like such muscles here, and we really wanted to inject her with Botox because this would have solved her migraine. It can go into your neck and can cause
it's really
a lot
just
of,
like a medical procedure,
yes.
right? It just helps you get rid of that muscle.
Yeah, because the easiest way to get rid of this muscle or shrink the muscle is Botox, because Botox stops the contraction of your muscle and therefore really helps to decrease the muscle powers. So we do this for you by,
and it's also not
Bite Stronger. Yeah, I think it's time again. So you do this twice a year. So this is really like, you know, instead of taking all those painkillers for migraine and stuff, I think it's way easier to inject some Botox in this muscle. And this is really a medical procedure. You know, Botox into wrinkles and frown lines, and I would recommend to wait forever, as much as you can. I personally started too young. I started when I was 30 years old because I was in this business, and you know, if you do something, you're your best guinea pig yourself. So I started doing it way too early, which made all my muscles atrophy, because it's like when you don't work out a muscle, the muscle shrinks. And it's the same with if you give Botox a lot. And muscle represents also a level in your skin. So if the level of muscles not presented, your skin tends to become more wrinkly. You know, same like with the, you know, fat tissue. When we age, our fat tissue declines too. And this presents, then you get deeper wrinkles and more saggy skin and looser skin, and it's just like something which you know, is due to a lack of muscles and a lack of fat tissues.
So
yeah,
basically once you start, and especially if you start early, it's hard to stop, because then you'll have to start doing it more and more and more and more, because your muscles get weak, and then everything just so as long as, and I think also just, I think a quick side note, it's important to talk about this and say this and to all of you guys, because I think on social media we see so much, you know, of also very young girls doing this kind of stuff, and it can be very misleading, and I don't know, I just feel like it's good to hear that it's better not to do it, and to do it you know, the latest you possibly can, in order to protect yourself from, you know, having to do this.
And instead do skincare which hydrates, because if you have a lack of hydration, you also get you know, if your hydrating level is too low, it causes wrinkles. You know, most of the wrinkles around the eyes are due to lack of hydration. So it's really important to hydrate your skin, keep your skin functions intact, make sure your collagen and elastin is supported, hydration levels really in deeper layers with our hyaluronic syrup, for example. So it's really important to keep your cell functions going and prevent from having to go to a dermatologist and get Botox and fillers done. So wait as long as you can. Obviously, if you have big frown lines due to genetics and to a big mimic in your face, then obviously that would be a really good point of going to get Botox. But if you don't have to, if you just want to do it as prevention tool, don't do it. So that's just a tip from Mama Sturm.
Technically does the opposite.
Yes. So so then, you know, I already talked about the night serum, the super anti-aging serum. And Charlie, I want to talk about your routine a little bit. You're already using the night serum. And as I said, start with 18, you know, use those anti-aging tools. One is the super anti-aging serum, which is amazing actually, because it helps to provide a lot of quercetin, glutathione, hyaluronic acid.
My friend calls this Botox in a bottle.
Botox in a bottle, so that's Charlie's friend. But also the night serum actually fills in fine lines and wrinkles. So that's a really super cool repair tool, and something should be in everybody's nighttime routine, at least from the age of 18. if you're wondering what you should do for anti-aging. Another thing is if you start seeing little wrinkles in your 30s, you know, around your eyes, and really another tool is the lifting serum. You can put this on after your moisturizer creates biomatrix, and helps to lift but also fill in fine lines and wrinkles. Is a really great one too. So a good moisturizer is also part of the routine. Charlie, do you use an eye cream too?
I do. I love the eye cream. I will say I don't really use it at night, but I love using it in the morning because I usually wake up with very puffy eyes. And this just feels like it has an immediate effect, and it also really helps with dark circles. And I think we can all, you know, relate to that, especially if you don't get enough sleep.
So this is really important. Those two products are really important to have the right hydration level, but also getting the best valuable oils, you know. And oils, it's really there's so much bad stuff out there. Even luxury brands have mineral oils and petroleum based in their creams, which is really bad. So really look out for the quantity of valuable oils in their skin, which don't clog your pores as well. You know, obviously if you're a teenager and you don't have breakouts, you want to start with the face cream light, and then you build yourself up to the normal and the rich version. But that's really one of the best moisturizers. I created it. Obviously, it's the best. So
I'm also really loving the clarifying face cream at the moment. I hadn't used it for a long time, and since I have some hormonal acne, which, you know,
your skin is so much better.
I've been using it.
Yeah.
So
bravo, she's using it. Bravo. So two more anti-aging tools. I already said that: sun drops and anti-pollution drops. So and Charlie, do you also take the supplements now? And
yes,
you should
repair food. I take
repair food and skin food. Both super important.
And food also.
Yeah, super important. Repair food and skin food. Skin food is so anti-aging, and it has the glutathione, it has telomerase activators, it has the ingredients to build hyaluronic acid in your body, in your system. It has super antioxidant astaxanthin in it. It's just such a powerful tool to also help with your collagen, and you will see a firmness in your skin. That's what I noticed anyways for my skin. Repair food to be extra anti-inflammatory, also help with acne prone skin. Those supplements should be part of your daily routine, 2 of each a day. Also, what's a good one: anti-pollution food, 5 different adaptogens, vitamin E and ginseng for your immune system. And what Charlie just mentioned, she's taking because she has like more sleep problems. Our sleep food, herbal combination plus 5-HTP for better more valuable sleep. And I just really explained how important the sleep is for us, and we need to make sure we get enough sleep. And this is something, it doesn't have melatonin in it. It's really not making you addictive. It's just a really nice herbal support.
Also, you wake up the next morning feeling fresh still, not like, you know, with melatonin, I feel like sometimes it can really cause drowsiness the next day or a bit of a sort of a hangover. Doesn't happen with this, for me at least.
I totally
And I try it.
Although I'm not taking it because I fall asleep any minute.
You have the best sleep.
Yeah, I just sleep.
Lucky.
I can go to bed with Pepper.
She just passes out.
I just sleep.
Very jealous of that.
But then again, I get up at 6. So let's talk a little bit about acid peels. And this is something, you know, I think we don't really educate enough. Maybe we do, but maybe we don't. I think there are lots of ingredients out there or hidden in skincare products which promise a lot, which, you know, are like little pads with glycolic on it, and we think we should be using it because it's anti-aging. You can do a little test. You know, if I only tell you, check your product if it says it's safe for pregnancy, or it says don't use when you're pregnant, just stay away. Just don't get it, stay away. I think that's a really good indication that this product is very harmful. So stay away from everything which says not safe in pregnancy in general. Stay away from high vitamin C, high dosage vitamin C, retinol, retin-A, glycolic acid peels, fragrances,
everything
mineral
that
oils.
smells good.
Also, guys, you know, there's charcoal. There's a lot of charcoal masks and stuff out there. This is also something I think teenagers tend to believe in. It helps with big pores and And blackheads, that's not what helps with blackheads, because this actually can really hurt your vessels. Also, they're like
I was just about to say, for blackheads, I feel like a lot of people love these like strips. Yeah, that you put them on your face, I think, and then they're meant to just basically rip the blackheads out of your skin. Yeah, that's a myth, no?
That's a total myth. It also really disrupts your skin. This is really causing micro injuries to your skin, and it doesn't really do the job. So the best thing for blackheads is exfoliation twice a week with the enzyme cleanser, cleansing morning and night using the clarifying light, and really hydrate your skin. Hydration is the key. If you hydrate your skin, you won't have blackheads, the pores will get smaller. Please stick to a healthy, hydrating skincare routine, okay?
Someone's asked if the brightening products can cause any side effects.
No, none of my products cause any side effects. I actually, and I have to knock on wood here, never heard anyone who had an allergic reaction to my products. It's because I'm such a maniac with ingredients, keep everything clean. I have the most sensitive skin. If it works for me, it works for everybody, literally. And so the brightening, the only thing with the brightening line and the darker skin tone line, it makes your skin more sensitive towards the sun. So it's really great if you use the sun drops with it.
You may have answered this earlier, but someone's asking if they can use enzyme cleanser morning and night, twice a day.
So enzyme cleanser, I really only would use 2-3 times a week, not every day, okay? This is like an exfoliation tool to take off dead skin cells. So use it 2-3 times a week, and your foam cleanser every day.
Any good serums that are good for hyperpigmentation other than hyaluronic serum?
Yes, hyperpigmentation serum is our brightening serum. That's really amazing. This is like a really beautiful combination of natural ingredients to help loosen the agglomeration of yellow and dark spots. So a brightening serum, incorporate this in your skincare routine. Start with the hyaluronic serum, your anti-pollution drops, and then you do the brightening serum, and then your moisturizer. Cool?
Hello. Hi.
Hi. There you are.
Hi, Olivia. I'm from New York.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I really waited for today. I had some questions for you. I have actually hyperpigmentation, a lot of them on my skin, and I have hypothyroidism and PCOS. And sometimes I tend to get like larger pores, some acne, and like it's not really like the cystic acne, just like the regular bumps that will come and go, but it will leave me like really dark spot.
Yeah.
I've been using the calming serum, hyaluronic acid, and I have a little bit of wrinkle on my forehead, so I use only in that part. I use my for anti-aging. So I was wondering, like, is there anything else I could do, like, to get it a little better?
Have you tried the darker skin tone line? We created like actually a little set. I want you to get it. This is like there you have the cleanser for darker skin tones, the enzyme cleanser, and a face cream, and your hyaluronic serum for darker skin tones. So you can use that together and have like a full regimen together with your calming serum, because that really helps to also being antibacterial, helping with hyperpigmentation, to evening out the skin tone. It's really especially designed for melanin a rich skin. So this is a really good one, and you have it all together, and you can just, you know, try it all out together. You have the cleanser, the enzyme cleanser, and this really helps with pigmentation issues, you know. And face cream, this is a 30 ml. You could get quite a bit with this as well.
Yeah, I have been using the light one, and sometimes I use like a rich one because my skin tends to get very dry once in a while.
Okay, so that, you know what, that's a really good point what you're saying right now, because, you know, our skin is not always the same, and it acts up, and then you know, we have stress situations, or we are in a different climate, and then it's good to, you know, change up and variate a little bit in your skincare routine. So this is where I would agree that you become your own little specialist, and you really watch what's going on with your skin, and you you know actually what you should have as well is the spot treatment. You know, instead of, you know, getting to work on your breakouts, you need to have it healed, because, you know, those breakouts present a big inflammation cascade, and this is what causes the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So if you have a spot treatment,
Yeah, I actually thought about it, but I wasn't sure. Like, I know you have like the tinted one, you have the untinted, and
Yes.
then they come in shades. I wasn't
Yes,
sure.
and you know what? I show you something. Can I have the picture from Joel of the new shades? I want to show you guys something because it's so exciting. And you will be the first ones to learn about it. It's just for you. So this will be launching, I think, when? Next week?
I think next week.
Maybe
Hold on
next
one
week.
sec.
You will love this. It's so cool. I'm so excited
Yeah,
about it.
Next Tuesday.
So let's
We are
show
launching.
her a picture. Everyone, for you, the spot treatment will come in more shades.
Wow,
So there will
that's
Yes.
great.
No, where's this cool picture? Don't we have this cool picture? Joel sent it to me. Ah, here. Wait. Wait, I show you this
you might not be able to
because
see it.
it's so cool.
Wow,
Isn't
it's a
this
lot
cool?
of shades. It's
This is
really
awesome.
cool.
I love this
I always
picture
wonder,
here.
like, is it better to have like in shades, or should I have like the
The clear
basic
one. You
with
cannot have the clear one. You know, if you don't want to have the clear one, makes it so much more easy. Have the clear one.
We'll try
Perfect.
both.
Yeah, but you know, if you don't want to, if you don't have to cover anything, then just do the clear one. It's even better.
because I don't really do any makeup. My skin is
No.
very sensitive.
Yeah, so don't do makeup. Even better, do the clear one.
So should I use it like after I put my moisturizer and just put on the spots?
Yes. Just put it everywhere in your spots. So good.
I just had one more question for you. I was recommended that wherever I have the spot and the larger pores, I should use some retinol and also do like a chemical peel. I wasn't sure. I didn't really do that because it looked very scary. I
Yeah.
used the retinate for a bit. My doctor gave me the Dapplin, but it made my skin so sensitive. So I'm not sure if I should continue it.
Yeah, that's a very common one. And if your breakouts don't clear up by itself, it's always good to really interact with the dermatologist and have them tell you. And then, you know, they have to really also explain to you that your skin will become super sensitive, inflamed, and also very vulnerable. And, you know, if you then go in the sun, for example, you cause a lot of hyperpigmentation with it, you know. So it's better to get it under control yourself.
Yeah,
if you
it starts
can
burning. Even if I have sunscreen on, it starts burning when I go in the sun.
So be really, really careful with kind of stuff. It's better to solve it without it. Okay. Maybe one thing you should be taking is also the repair food. You know,
Got you.
this would be a good one for you.
Okay. Thank you so much for your help. It was really
nice to meet you. Bye.
Okay, and we have one more person. We should have Esther on the line.
Hi, Dr.
Hi, Esther.
Sturm.
Hi, how are you?
Well, how are you?
Good. I don't see you.
Okay, is it working now?
Oh, there you are. Yes.
Hello.
Now I see.
So my question was, you had said to stay away from any products with a higher than a 5% dosage of vitamin C. And I was wondering, what are the exact effects of, say, using something with 15% as you see in most products?
So there are studies actually which show that it damages skin barrier function. And as I said, you know, the best anti-aging advice I can give to you to keep your function strong, because this is what's declining when we age, you know. So skin barrier function should be always number one of our intention, you know, and number one of what we should be taking care of.
Okay, that makes
So
complete
you can
sense.
use vitamin C, but it's very effective also in a concentration under 5%, you know.
Okay, yeah, that makes complete sense. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. So everyone, this was a little different today. I hope you liked it. Give me a little feedback of what you think you want to learn more about. And, you know, always remember anti-aging is being good to your skin and making your skin the best version of what it can be. And this way you do the best anti-aging and really pay attention a little bit to your lifestyle. And what we discussed, smoking, fast food, fried food, alcohol. I know it's hard, but it really helps to preserve our youth. And I'm sending you a lot of love, and stay healthy, and I see you next week. Bye everyone.